Hello. Today is April Fool's 2020. Unfortunately, today is not really a good day to be making jokes, people, because yesterday approximately 1,000 people died in the United States from, they're calling this thing COVID-19, which is SARS virus, which is severe respiratory syndrome, acute respiratory syndrome, causes death. And this is a biological weapon. The government's not going to tell you that, but this is a biological weapon. The communicability rate is way too high. The mortality rate is way higher than they're telling us too, because they're saying it's 2, 3, 4%, but it's like 12 to 20 people out of every 100 that get it actually do die. So the mortality rate is probably double what they're telling us. They're putting really lax, telling people that they should stay home, but not making them, and then they declare about 9 out of every 10 businesses are essential. So all these people keep going to work every day throughout my community and the rest of the United States here, spreading the virus unknowingly, because there's a 2-week incubation period and it stays in your system for 2 weeks before you even know that you have it. And the last few days that you have it, you give it to everybody that you're around. So if you're working at a Burger King or McDonald's or Best Buy or Walmart or a gas station or wherever, and you're not wearing one of those face masks and gloves at all times, you're going to start either getting the virus, and then once you get it, you're going to start spreading it, or you're going to already have it. Unless you go home right now and stay home for 2 weeks to about 3 weeks, you might already have it. I might already have it. I don't even know. I've only been in quarantine for a couple days now. So until you go home and stay home and use MOPP level 4 every time you go outside, if you don't know what MOPP level is, look it up on the internet. I don't have time to explain it to people that are ignorant. But just go to MOPP level 4 every time you go outside to go on a supply run. Like today when I went to Walmart, it was like as early as I could in the morning. I put on my waterproof pants, waterproof shoes, gloves, masks, everything I could. Carried hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, everything. I mean, you got to pretend you're in a combat zone that's under biological attack, because you're in a combat zone that's under biological attack. That's why you got to act like it, because you are. And I stopped going to work last Sunday. I think it was. I was supposed to go Sunday, but Saturday I found out that we had the first case reported in this area, which, just because there's one confirmed case, that means there's probably dozens, if not 100 cases that are unconfirmed, that are people in the area where you're at walking around spreading it right now currently. So if you continue to go outside without wearing a mask, without taking protection, without taking precautions, you're going to be one of the 250,000 people that die. Or if 250,000 people are going to die, there's probably like 35 million people that get it. You're going to be one of those people if you keep going outside, not wearing a mask, continuing to live your life as normal, just blot it out, pretending everything is hunky-dory, because it's not. But I mean, I get really frustrated and angry because I see people not following protocol. But at this point, I'm resigned to the fact that a lot of people are going to get it, a lot of people are going to die. But at this point, I'm taking every precaution for me and my pets, my family. We're not going anywhere that we don't have to. We're staying home. I'm not going anywhere anymore because I have enough food for 2 weeks for the dogs, for cats, me, everything. I don't need anything for 2 weeks. I ain't going shopping for 2 weeks or anywhere. And if I do, it's on a hike in the woods in the middle of the forest. And that's the only place you'll be safe right now. Because you got to, if you want to survive this terror attack, is what I'm calling it, or act of war, whatever you want to call it, because more people than died in 9/11 have already died. And pretty soon, as many people that died in 9/11 are going to be dying every day. So if you don't think this is an act of war, keep being in denial. You might want to go to Cairo because there is a big denial there. It's a big river called Denial. But otherwise, just pretend you're like 85 years old, and that if you get this, it's going to kill you. Because they say, oh, it's just people that are immune compromised, the elderly that are. No, there's people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all getting it and dying. They're healthy. baseball coaches, track cars, firemen, policemen, doctors, lawyers. It doesn't care what you are, how rich you are, what Republic, if you're Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. It's going to kill you, or try its best to. So, to all my friends and family, I love you all. Just know that I'm going to be safe. And I hope that you guys got enough food and water to last for at least 2 weeks. And if you run out of something that's critical or something, and you do have to go make a supply run, as I call them now, because we're in like the Walking Dead type situation here now, make sure you're in MOPP level 4 at all times when you're within 6 feet of another human being whenever you leave your house. Like I said, happy April Fools. There's nothing really to joke about today. This is dead fucking serious. Oops, I said that word. Oh well. That's the end of this video. I'm going to upload it to YouTube and try to spread the word. Oh, by the way, face masks working. There's news from Czechoslovakia, Taiwan, Japan. Countries where like 90% of the population wear face masks. They're having about 10% of the cases that they are in the countries where people aren't. So, wearing a face mask, whether you have it or whether you don't, whether you think you have it, whether you don't think you have it, wear a face mask. Stay home. Those are the two best things you could do right now if you want to protect you and your family and your children's lives. Because if you keep going to work and someone at your work gets it and you bring it home and you give it to one of your babies and one of your babies die, or when your kids die, or when your mother or father die, you're going to feel like shit for being an idiot. You really are. You're never going to forgive yourself the rest of your life. I wouldn't. I told Carlo if I got this shit about my work and brought it home and gave it to him and he died, I'd burn my fucking work down. As a way of saying, fuck you, thanks a lot for making me work. But no, I said, fuck that. I'm not stupid enough to go anymore. Because the bazillionaire that owns my company, owns 1,000 restaurants, I'm sure his fucking ass is not coming out of his fucking house right now. I guarantee you. Probably have a Guatemalan doing his errands. I guarantee you. Probably the only one that would be willing to for $5 an hour, probably paying him. Have a good day. Love y'all.